esports for everyone. World Esports Games and Leagues. WEGL 2017. StarCraft Remastered.
We're back. Day 2. For us, actually day 3 of this event. At the WEGL, I'm Tasteless. Joined with me is the one and only,
the greatest,
the Hearthstone World Champion, Artosis.
That's right.
And we are doing a game that we know.
Wow.
StarCraft 1, the OG. The game that was before whatever it was that you liked.
On the first day of esports, there was StarCraft. And then God rested for a long time until StarCraft 2 came out.
That's right. It's going to be StarCraft 1 all day today.
All day. It's going to be so long. I'm actually a little bit intimidated.
I am a little bit scared, Artosis.
Yeah.
This is going to be quite a day. We've got all the greats, a pantheon of awesome StarCraft 1 players. My voice is already shot from doing CSGO and Tekken 7 yesterday.
It was a lot of fun.
It was.
But today, Tasteless, this is the game that we grew up with, and we do so much right now. Guys, please help us spread the word. WEGL. This has been a really fun tournament so far, and I think today is going to be fantastic. We have 6 StarCraft 1 best of 3s. That is a hell of a lot of games. That's over 3 days of ASL all in one day.
That's right.
To put that in perspective.
Coming out first is the one, the only, the greatest beard in esports, Larva. Sky has been rapidly improving, top 4 in the last ASL. A huge streamer. Let's see how he does against his opponent, Mong.
I think are they actually the first people to play? I saw the schedule, and
you know what?
I don't think that they actually are there.
You might actually be right. I think we're bringing everybody out.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on here. It's FlaSh versus MiNi to open.
Sky coming out next.
Yeah, Sky a very good Protoss right now.
As you can see, it's going to be a 1v2 here.
Yeah.
The question is, can Larva and Sky really take on Mong? But wait a minute. It's like WWE.
But hold on, there's more.
That's FlaSh's song playing. C coming out. Haven't seen this guy in a little bit.
Yeah, suspension is up. He is back and ready to play.
Did you say the suspension is up?
Yeah, he was suspended.
Oh, that's right.
For that streaming incident. You guys can go figure that out yourselves.
Streamgate.
Streamgate. Yeah. But yeah, he's fine now. Of course, Sulky here. I think one of the favorites of the tournament for sure.
Always is.
But the bracket is super heavily weighted on the side that Sulky's on. So I don't know. We'll see.
That happens sometimes, man. Bringing in our next player. Last. One of our young pros. Sky is terrifying.
Yeah.
This guy has proof that you at home, can in fact be a StarCraft 1 pro.
That's right.
Even if you're just now starting.
Just take you a long time.
MiNi coming up next.
Another very strong Protoss at the moment. Our 2 Protosses are ones that you don't normally hear the name of so much right now.
Yeah.
Right? But they were like really super good. Like if you watch the streams of the top pros, they're hitting these guys all the time, practicing with them in customs and stuff. So very excited to have MiNi and Sky here today.
Yeah, don't count these guys out. We got high expectations for him here. And a man who needs a little introduction. FlaSh, aka he's like just brushing $100 bills off his jacket.
Yeah. The greatest gamer of all time. The Triple Crown winner of Triple Crowns. He is, look at that, even I don't know, man. Even has 2 badges. It's crazy.
It's crazy. That's right.
Why do 3 people have 2 badges? 2 people have 1 badge. 3 people have no badges. What's going on here?
It's crazy. So, we have all these players up here. They're hungry to win. This is going to be a short tournament. What are your expectations? So my first opponent's very strong. I was really worried, but I think currently he's in pretty bad condition. So I'm going to go for it. Personally, what are your goals for this tournament? If I get eliminated in the round of 8, I'm going to be very disappointed. So I better win my first match. See, how are you feeling? Yeah, there were some issues, so I couldn't participate in ASL. So I've got different determinations for how I'm going to perform in this tournament. Are you ready to show that perfect performance today? Yes, I slept well. I also think my opponent is not in great shape right now. Over to Last. Last, also known as AlphaGo. How are you feeling before this match? I better at least be one player. I want to show some great games.
It's going to be hard, though. He's against Sulky first round. Isn't that crazy? What a crazy match.
If you go up in higher parts of the tournament, you may have faced off against FlaSh. Yes, that's true, but I want to focus on the round of 8 first. So everybody's saying, FlaSh, you're the favorite here. You've been sweeping every tournament. How do you feel? Yes, I just won a very recent tournament. I think as long as the game unfolds as I expect it to, I think I can bring some great results. I'm pretty confident. What's your condition like today, FlaSh? Honestly, it's early. I'm not a morning guy, so that's my only concern. Over to Larva. Korean McGregor. You were unable to get in the finals of ASL. You must be disappointed. Yep. Today's just another chance. I hope I can get all the way to the point where I face off against FlaSh and play well. I know to be a champion is important, but for me, it's really who I'm facing up against that matters more. So I'm targeting FlaSh. That's the guy I'm going to get up against. I heard you were at the PC Cafe practicing a lot. Sure, yeah, I was just warming up. I want to make sure my hands are feeling right. Anyways, I'm ready to show some great games. So, Sky. Everybody says your condition seemed sweet, but it certainly wasn't easy to qualify for this. What do you have to say in response? Yeah, my condition's fine. I've got some feedback from other Protoss players. I think today is going to be a different day. Anybody you're looking to take out in this tournament? Honestly, my first goal is just to advance to the round of 8. We've got Sulky here as well. Sulky, how did you prep for the tournament? Are you ready? When I look at the bracket, it seems pretty tough. So I'm just going to try to focus on the first match, which is a round of 8. I think if I do that, it's going to be easy. Anyways, my condition overall is pretty good. Now to MiNi. So you qualified for the tournament. How was your preparation? When I look at FlaSh and Last, those guys are top tier. They're very strong to see to play against. I'm just pushing myself and saying I gotta bring my A game here. I'm gonna do my best to show some great games and good performance. Okay, that's the interview. We're doing this, Tosis.
Yes, indeed we are. No turning back now, as you say.
Dude, there's no way my voice is going to last. I'm so screwed.
That's too bad. Well, you can chill out today. This is a chill day.
We're gonna be super chill.
I mean, there's so many StarCraft 1 games to be had today. This is absolutely wild. It's the most StarCraft 1 people have ever casted in a single day.
Yeah.
It's actually true. Think about that for a moment.
StarCraft 1 games can go on for a long time, so let's see what happens now.
Yeah. So this should be really good. I mean, the bracket is stacked. These players are all awesome in top form. They went through some brutal qualifiers to get here. You know, all the names, you're like, where's this guy and that guy? They lost in the qualifiers, the players that are here. So there was only 2 invites, which is Larva and FlaSh. They both were top 4 in ASL, so I think that's totally fine.
Is FlaSh going to win this whole thing? Possible.
There's definitely a good chance, but there's a decent chance he loses as well, right? He's against a young upstart Protoss. You know, he's a good player, MiNi, who's coming up still in that first round.
Yeah.
And then he has to play the winner, saying that he wins. He has to play the winner of Sulky last. And Sulky, I think as far as TVZ goes, or as ZVT rather, I think he's easily top 2 Zerg in the world right now at that.
Yeah.
Like, I think him and Larva are just in phenomenal shape. Maybe you could say effort, maybe not, but like Sulky, I think if it wasn't for all the ZVZs, might have been in the finals against FlaSh and might have, you know, things might have been different.
We were expecting that. I don't think you're wrong either. Sulky is somebody who's really kind of done it all as far as RTS goes. Really dominant in StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1. Kind of crazy.
Yeah. Now, look at this map pool here, right? This is best of 3s with 4 maps. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. Blue Storm, Gold Rush, Circuit Breakers,
kind of cool
Fighting
to have
Spirits.
Blue Storm here.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting as well because we have 4 Terran players. Now, we don't have any TVTs in the first round.
Right.
But if we hit even a single TVT on Blue Storm, the length of the day might go up by an hour. That is one of the longest maps in TVT, so just throwing that out there.
Sure.
The Terrans all spread. In fact, we could have 4 Terrans in the round of 4. We could have Blue Storm 4. Well, I guess no, that would be 2 times today because that would be the round of 4. But anyways, just saying, Blue Storm TVT. It's a possibility. This is a sick bracket, though.
FlaSh versus MiNi. I wonder if MiNi will actually go for a macro game. I wonder if that's what we're going to see here, or if it's going to be
MiNi, yeah.
more of one of these games that dirty Protoss player trying to proxy everywhere.
Yeah.
Be a sneaky snake.
Normally that stuff doesn't work that well against FlaSh.
I know, that's the problem with playing against them.
Yeah, nothing really works that well against him, to be honest. I don't know what we're going to see out of MiNi, really, but he's quite a strong Protoss player. So I think it's going to be just a great match. We haven't seen FlaSh's TVP that much recently either. Like, you see it occasionally, but he's been like bashing Zerg players left and right.
Last, of course, the kind of the prodigal son of Terran. This is a guy who I think in a few years may be actually the best player in the world.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that.
So close to already doing that, and he's so young.
Yeah, he's one of these kids that needs more experience offline. Like, the skill is already there.
Yeah.
Like, not that he's exactly FlaSh level, but most people consider him actually the second best Terran in the world. But he can't do it when it matters on a big stage.
Yeah.
Today will be a good test for that because Sulky is like the ultimate Zerg right now in ZVT. He's super, super strong. Sulky's just in fantastic shape. So yeah, I mean, we'll just see. But I do agree with you that as he gains more experience, I think he's likely to become the best player in the world at some point.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine a situation where he's going to be stopped. And I do look forward down the road to other players like Last coming up. This is the future of StarCraft. These young guys. And if you're watching this and this is most people, by the way, but you're saying, it's too late, it's too hard, I can't play StarCraft 1.
It's never too late.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
It's never too late. This game's 20 years old.
StarCraft 1 is all about just putting in the time, about learning. Like StarCraft teaches you how to learn. You know, they say like, live like you're going to die tomorrow and learn like you're going to live forever. I think that's really applicable to StarCraft 1 or StarCraft 2 or any game that you actually are like, you know what, I just really dig this game and I'm going to play it long term. If you're going to play it long term, it's totally cool to start now. The game will still be around as you become a great player, and there will always be players that can smash you, so you don't got to worry about that, right?
Yeah.
Play StarCraft 1 as if you're going to live forever. That's what I'm doing, man. Like, I'll be playing this game until I die.
There's no need to stop. Games don't have to go away. I mean, the whole, is a game dying, is the scene gone thing, it's sort of weird. It happens in every game.
Literally every game.
Literally every game, but the answer is basically always no.
Yeah.
It's never too late. So, if you're joining us on the stream, there's still time.
Yes. Play StarCraft.
Do the right thing.
I mean, it's going to take you a long time to learn. It takes literally years still for players to mature enough to be able to do things like win tournaments. How many times have we seen this? Like, a lot of these players on the stage have still never won a tournament. A lot of them have been pros for 10 years plus.
Crazy.
That's the way, but it's fine because
each tournament's a new chance.
Yeah, winning a tournament is not like the measurement of you as a player or as a human being. I mean, FlaSh plays this game. You're not going to win tournaments. It's okay. It's fine.
You might.
You could,
play
yeah.
Enough.
That's possible.
Don't you be a negative Nancy.
Might take you years, and that's cool as well. Like, is it really worth doing if it's easy?
No.
You want to? It's like, wait, a new game came out. I can go be a pro gamer in this game. They have mechanics that make this easy for me to learn. I can get right on top of it, and I can be famous and a pro right away. Now, screw that. It's, you know what, this life is about living happily and doing things that are hard and gaining satisfaction out of that.
Absolutely.
And StarCraft is actually the ultimate way to do that, in my opinion.
No game that's harder, man.
No. One or two, whatever gets your fancy. Or both of them, man, like me. Just play both, so you can never quite be as good as you want at either. But yeah, here we are. The first matchup is going to be MiNi versus FlaSh. Probably take a couple minutes. It looks like he has to undo this whole thing and plug it in. He doesn't seem quite aware of what to do here, but he's a new pro, right? Like, not necessarily new. Of course, he's been a high-level player for many, many years, but he's just recently been able to get into some of these high-end tournaments.
I'm looking forward to seeing what MiNi has to offer here. MiNi is a guy, maybe you just started following StarCraft 1 with the awakening of StarCraft and Master, but, you know, this is a guy you might not be familiar with. He's very, very good. He's, I would say, just off the main radar of StarCraft 1 people.
Yeah,
What are you thinking about? I've seen some of this guy's replays. He's phenomenal. Especially when it comes to his builds. I think he's coming in here with a really good plan. I don't know what that plan is.
Yeah.
But in order to be a good Protoss player against a Terran, you need a plan. You generally don't willy-nilly it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. He seems to be mostly a strategic Protoss, so that's really cool. That's kind of like what I want to see here going up against FlaSh, right? Like someone who really knows his builds, knows what he wants to get done.
Yeah.
Of course, here's FlaSh. We don't have enough lines for all his championships.
Yeah.
But he's got a golden mouse from 3 OSLs. He's got a golden badge from 3 MSLs. He's got the golden ruler that you see right there. He just won an ASL.
Oh my God, he brought it.
Yeah, no, he's like
so cool.
FlaSh, look at that. He has a little piece of paper with his measurements. You'd think he would have those memorized after so many years. Yeah, he's like also a WCG champion. That's a world champion from back in the day. Like, I mean, he's just, dude, FlaSh is the ultimate gamer of all time across all games. And People are like, well, I could never be like that. No, he sucked when he started. It's not like he just picked up StarCraft and was good at it. He's worked years and years and years. And he says this sometimes when people are talking, like, oh, I could never do that. He's like, I just studied StarCraft really hard and practiced all the time, and here I am, right? And
he didn't, like, win. He didn't play his first game and wreck somebody and, like, look all starry-eyed to his friend and go, oh, my God.
I was meant to do
I guess I just did it.
That doesn't happen, guys. No humans who evolved from monkeys were born to play computer games that started to exist 30 years ago.
You know, it's really weird that we're basically monkeys.
Yeah.
Like, we're actually monkeys right now commentating.
Some of us are barely
playing.
monkeys or sub-monkeys, I think, man. Like,
there's a lot of sub-monkeys out there. We're going to cast two monkeys playing against each other. We're the monkey commentators.
Yeah.
There's monkey cameramen and monkeys who make streaming technology stream this.
It's pretty funny, yeah.
And there's monkeys watching at home.
Oh, yeah.
This is how
monkeys in the chat. You got a bunch of monkeys in the chat right now.
A bunch of monkeys in the chat, for sure.
They're going all ooh, ooh, ah, ah as the Reaver gets dropped. And then they're screeching ah, ah, as the Scarab comes out.
And some of them, when they're typing in chat, are basically just throwing their shit at the wall.
Yeah. You get enough monkeys in the chat for long enough, you're going to get a copy pasta that makes sense.
That's right. Get a copy pasta, it's good.
So, what do you think? What's the score here?
2-0.
Damn, you took all the fun out of it, but yeah, I guess you're right. But, you know, the map pool is kind of cool.
I was being honest, tasteless.
Yeah.
I wasn't being hype tasteless there.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, 2-0, it's FlaSh.
He's
won everything lately.
Yeah, of course, he's the bone draw. He's literally a bone draw again right now, second time in a row that he's the bone draw of StarCraft 1.
It's true.
Which means, like, greatest player and stuff. It's just like, it's just so wild. I don't know. He's just so dominating right now. He's more dominating than he used to be. 3 ASLs in a row. He just wins everything he enters, basically. Occasionally, he'll lose, like, some smaller thing. I wonder if he'll win this. This will just be another thing where it's like, well, those 8 players were completely badass. These were not arbitrary players. This was not an invitational tournament. This was all results-based to get here.
Yeah.
So if he wins this, it's just another feather in his cap.
It's going to be interesting. This is not like an ASL where you have all this extra time to prep. This is like a marathon tournament. 2 days. Is that going to be good or bad for FlaSh? I'm not really sure. Traditionally, the tournaments he's won have been these tournaments where you have a week prep time for each match you're going into. It's not like the old MLG days in StarCraft 2 or anything like that.
In StarCraft 1, we very rarely have tournaments that aren't in that way because there's almost only tournaments in South Korea. The one big tournament that was a marathon would be WCG, and he did get a gold medal in that as well. Just throwing that out there. I mean, but there's very rarely things like this, and they're normally things exactly like this where it's this smaller event, you know, at a convention or something. Where like, okay, let's get all these players together, give the people a good show for a couple days. But I mean, he's favorited, of course. He's just, his level is the highest.
It's crazy, man. Someone else I'm really watching for in this tournament is Larva. He's somebody who I think is also a late bloomer.
Yeah.
As far as the full scope of StarCraft 1. He's a guy we've seen steadily improve.
Yeah.
He's a guy who rages too. We've seen it on his stream.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't rage unless you care.
No, it's very true. People like sometimes blame people that get really angry, but the reason they get angry is because they care so much. But yeah, no, I agree with you on the Larva thing. I think he might make the finals, to be honst. Him against FlaSh, wouldn't be surprised.
All right, we're ready. This is game 1, MiNi versus FlaSh. DDT will start things at the WEGL. I'm excited. Let's see who moves on to that coveted round of 4. As we're doing all the matches today, everything but the finals.
Oh, so sick that we're starting up Blue Storm.
Yeah, let's see if any probes are sent out right away. This is a map that you can definitely build gateways in their main. Something I love to do.
Oh, yes.
It's actually so good.
This is actually a really good point. So in this map, you can send probes directly across the center, get the main base so fast. It is 2-player.
Right.
And in fact, what Tesa says is super true because your main base is really big. And in fact, I am not joking, right? So this was one of the most popular maps for a really long time. It's in my opinion, one of the most fun maps ever made. It's really, all the matchups can be very fun. TBT, as I say, gets long, but that aside, this gateway in the base, in the main base thing that you're talking about, Tasteless, was rampant on the old ladders with Blue Storm. It was to the point where me as a Terran player, every time there was a new season or I made a new account, going through Icy Cup, on the C ranks on Blue Storm week, where everyone was playing Blue Storm, I would literally go 8 racks next to my command center because every game was proxy gateway on this map. It was that popular.
It's kind of crazy. Like, essentially, you make a pylon in the main, make the gateway, and look, even if they pull SCVs and kill the gateway, they're losing more money than you are by doing that.
And did you see that SCV sitting in the hole? He was literally looking for that, and look, he checks the side of his main. See, we ain't lying, folks. That is how popular that is here, that you literally blind counter it as Terran.
It's crazy.
It's super funny that he did that when we were talking about that.
Well,
I guess we know things about this game. How crazy.
There's no reason to not do it on some level as a Protoss player. I mean, I get why MiNi's not doing it here, because with MiNi, it's like, well, FlaSh has kind of got everything so mapped out. Certainly he would be ready for a strategy like this. So he's going to go ahead and go a very different approach and actually get a Nexus right away.
Yeah, that's like the exact opposite, right? And you might assume the Terran will open safely, so it kind of makes sense. But what build will FlaSh go with here? I mean, I would imagine it's just going to be a quick expansion off of a single factory, but we'll see in a moment. This map it's tricky in a few ways, because not only can they proxy gateway you, but you are not up a ramp. In fact, your natural is down a ramp, and then your main you can technically wall, but things like Dragoons can give you a hard time because they aren't walking up a ramp to attack you and things. So normally you're going to open with some relatively safe builds here.
So another thing that Protosses want to watch out for is, I think we call this the gully push. The fact that you can take a quick Nexus does not mean that Terran can't push it. You see this small area that not everything fits through. If you get just a few tanks and vultures and have anything to spot over into the second base, it's so hard for Protoss to stop.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what he ends up going for. He's actually already put his SCVs back on his gas, so that could point towards some tech here. Making a vulture right off the bat and going for a starport. So we're going to see a fast drop here.
Sure.
And fast drops, like, they can, like, it matters what the Protoss wants to do. They can do a ton of damage against things like Nexus first.
Check it out. He's hit the Zealot, he's hit the Pro.
Yeah, this is nice.
He is going to go right around this attack up here. Marines pushing out. This is actually going to be really bad for FlaSh.
Well, he has a Vulture waiting, so all this Zealot can really do right now is pin this Vulture into the base.
Yeah.
Has to turn around. The Vulture can kill infinity Zealots by itself.
But you can see it doesn't fit through.
Yeah.
Which is very important. And once again, FlaSh ready for basically everything.
But MiNi's been ready as well, right? He's got these the Zealot that kind of like pinned that in there for a moment, and you know, everything's going fine for him now. He has multiple Zealots. He actually comes out, gets on top of the Marines. That's huge.
Huge play there.
FlaSh has not started his command center, so right now, like, FlaSh's build is hinged upon his starport play doing something. He has to get some damage done, or MiNi is going to be endlessly ahead, like crazily ahead.
2 Zealots coming up now. Yeah, you're totally right, Artosis. If you don't have an expansion right away as Terran in this matchup, you are saying, I need to do damage. And we're going to see if he does that damage here. MiNi is very well aware of what's happening.
Yeah, he has a goon down here now. Now, he's lost a lot of Zealots, right? So that's really painful. And he sees that it's pure Vulture, but that's not uncommon, even if you're not doing a draw. He's still going for High Templar tech. So this is kind of a really good scenario for FlaSh's build overall. He's going to have the mines to deal with things, and he has vultures to draw. If you go for a Nexus first and just make Dragoons and leave them in your base, this dropship play gets completely wrecked. But if you're doing something like this, you're trying to keep pressure on, you're taking up something like DTs, there's a very good chance you're going to lose a lot of probes.
Okay, here comes the drop ship. We have 2 goons ready.
Yeah.
That's not up to stop this, though.
Yeah, he's not going to have his Vulture Speed done quite yet, I don't think. Yeah, so it's not quite done, so already losing a Vulture. Oh, missed target there. He needs to kill the one with higher health.
Whoa! I can't believe that those two
serious
actually
missed
both
target.
got through.
Yeah.
Dragoon's now moving around.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Sick micro. All right, the Vultures get speed, but this is really sad in a way. Like, these Vultures actually shouldn't be alive if you micro correctly.
Right.
Okay, he gets them. They didn't do too much damage. Uh-oh.
DT's coming up. This one will go down. Cannon fodder here, but the second one can slip through. Oh my god.
Ooh, that's annoying. That's super annoying. Now, he won't lose this CC, most likely. You pop another Vulture out and you mine push into it, and you can save this CC, but this is very annoying.
This is the Protoss stream. Getting the SCV when it's making at the expansion.
It's really funny because you rotate that around. You have to mine creep the whole way. If you just try to lay a mine and they target it, it goes down.
Yeah.
But now he's dealing a lot of damage to these probes.
Hold up. The DT can still get through here. One hit. Okay. The CC finishes that very important moment there.
Dude, this is a crazy game right now, to be honest.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
MiNi has definitely done quite a bit, but the amount of probes that just died to those 2 Vultures in the main base is significant.
Certainly. Both these guys going for the workers right away. This DT needs to just get a few more kills because it is going to be scanned 100% no matter what. There it is now. Only bruising those SCVs. You know what?
Target Ooh! So good, so good. Oh my god, oh my god!
Oh!
Getting that pass is so big. That is so big. He has no scan now. He has no detection in his main base. Oh my god.
FlaSh could lose this, man.
Yeah? Like, until that missed scan, FlaSh was ahead in my estimation.
Yeah.
But now, everything's falling apart.
He gets the turret. DTs do damage fast enough. You can actually just kill the turret.
Yeah.
Before it finishes.
Yeah, it's completely true.
There is an art form in prioritizing things for the DT because it does damage so fast. Dude, the CC, okay, that's no more scans now.
Yeah, if that natural, no more scans, you're quite right, as long as he micros a DT under it.
Okay, turret finishes.
Just slightly sloppy there. Now, the one thing we have to mention, right, because this looks so damaging, and it's damaging, no doubt, but so far, he's lost a ton of Dragoons, 3 Zealots in the early game, and like 6 DTs, I want to say.
Yeah.
Right around 6 DTs he's lost. So he doesn't have a lot of units at home.
Yeah.
It's not, you can't do, I know it sometimes feels when you're playing StarCraft against a good player like they're doing everything and they have everything, but it's not the case.
Yeah, well, every DT
good
he
drag.
makes is not a Dragoon.
Yeah.
So he's very committed. He can
And
just get away.
They're actually quite a bit more expensive than a Dragoon.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, so it's quite a big deal.
You cannot tech while going DTs. You're basically, when you're making DTs like this, you are only doing that and nothing else.
A lot of builds, you just don't even make this many DTs. This was a very interesting situation where he decided to, and that's fine, but looks like a sacrificing the Vultures here on the probes.
Really nicely done here. Taking out that Vulture.
Yeah, I don't feel like that was perfect from FlaSh, but I feel like almost keeping the map control might have been better. Maybe he thinks he killed more probes than he did or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, it's FlaSh, so it's probably good. I don't know.
Well,
it didn't feel that good, though, watching that.
Because it's FlaSh, it's less alarming.
Yeah.
But this is not easy to recoup from. This is really the Protoss stream. You get DTs, you slow them down, and you get your gateways up and start pumping hard.
But this is the move you were talking about before now. He's going to bring this dropship, and I believe what we'll see is just sieging a tank on the natural.
Yeah.
And the Dragoons can't fit through there. So they have to walk around. They don't have range yet. I don't see an observer anywhere. I mean, this is not good.
Okay, sieging up. Not yet.
As soon as it finishes.
Here we go.
Nice volleys.
So easy to kill probes for free there.
Yep. The first volley is really important. He made sure not to show anything so the probes wouldn't run.
When you go for DTs, your observers are late. I think we see the first observer just now coming out. But this is tough, man. God, tanks have long range for that.
I know, right?
Actually,
Tanks in
the
StarCraft
forge
1 are like
crazy.
madness how long range they have.
I never would have thought the tank hit the forge there, but of course I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You know?
You kidding me? A whole screen, man. Okay, the Dragoon's gonna come up and just try to pick everything off. If they can kill the dropship, that takes away vision.
Very true. Gotta rely on scans then.
Wow, the cannon screwing up the AI here on these vultures. Doesn't get quite as much as he was looking for.
MiNi's doing a great job, to be honest. If he can come in here and swallow up the tanks and the dropship, that's huge. Terran's gonna have a very hard time getting to third base.
3 tanks, 1 shot a goon, but since they'll be coming from high ground, you sometimes get those misses in there.
That's right.
This, like, FlaSh at best can go even against this clear with these units, but I think that MiNi's gonna crush it.
Very true. Okay, he's coming in. He needs to get that dropship. Can he do it?
All right, he picks up a tank. So at least that's something, right? The dropship lives, this 1 siege tank lives.
Which is an opportunity to harass later on.
And now MiNi, the type of control that MiNi has here is really, really significant. FlaSh is on 2 factories. He's just now adding 2 more. Yeah, he's done things to slow him down, but MiNi's tech tree is really big. He's got observers, he's got a shuttle, he's got DT tech. He's gonna take his third, he's gonna have complete map control for a bit. He's very Dragoon heavy, and you have to fight uphill against this. So this is nice for MiNi at this point.
Very true. MiNi just needs to get a third base up and have a gateway explosion, but actually MiNi's gonna push. This is not a bad idea considering that the tanks are dropped. Looks like he's gonna back off now, but never a bad idea. If you can kill off any tanks, especially for the way this game's gone, and then try to drop, like do a bulldog over to the natural, you could totally win.
Yeah, that's definitely something you can punish a Terran with. Now, looking at this game, FlaSh is going up to 5 facts, and I think that that is actually a really good call because things haven't worked out as well as he was hoping for here, for sure. But when you look at MiNi's position, I'm like, wow, he can either go Arbiter. Well, it looks like he'll go Arbiter. I was going to say he can go Arbiter or Psystorm here, and both situations mean that FlaSh will not be able to kill him on 2 bases. So this is like 5 facts into a third for FlaSh, if you ask me, or an all-in push at the natural gully.
I think the general rule is you can't go Storm after doing a DT rush.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't have enough core units.
No, I definitely agree with that.
But Arbiter is the easiest, cleanest tech route.
Yeah.
You're almost foolish to not go Arbiter if you go DTs early on.
Oh, certainly. That's going to be what you see almost every single game. Now he is doing a push out here. Oh God, some Dragoons just randomly dying coming up here. He's got to be careful about that. Yeah. But it looks like FlaSh, yeah, he is just, this push has to do some significant damage. And to be fair, MiNi is still on only 3 gates. That's pretty low.
Yeah, well, you know, when you go DT tech, the gates are always going to be later. There's a sweet spot here where I think Terran can actually push and maybe smash the Protoss. Yeah. It always comes down to control, though.
Yeah, I think, like, right now, he needs an Arbiter, he needs Zealot speed, and he needs gateways. And he needs to, like, not even make another probe, not even think about it. He doesn't need more observers. He needs to break this push, because FlaSh is not all in with this, but somewhere near it. Like, this has to do something, like whether I think he's just going to siege the natural and try to kill that Nexus, and that's a good play. That, like, denies a ton of gas. Don't forget the third base here doesn't have gas.
Very true. Terran sieging up here is pretty tough for Protoss to stop. This is one of the maps where Terran can split it pretty nicely. And Protoss never want to have a map split against Terran. They will almost always lose. If Terran can just turtle up and shut down one side of the map and suck all the resources, Protoss, there's just not much they can do.
They don't have enough bases over there to do anything. Like, that's some of these two. Oh my God!
What is happening?
Wait a minute.
No.
I mean,
why? Why?
It has to be Maelstrom, right? You can't.
No.
What is he gonna?
Mind control.
Mind control? No. Mind control a tank?
What would he Maelstrom?
Oh yeah, no, you're right. That's only biological.
Literally, he can't Maelstrom anything.
Yeah, he can, SCVs. Oh wow, he just sniped that shuttle. That's huge. Oh, mine hits too. Okay, so
feedback?
wait. Feedback on what?
Science vessels, I guess.
Yeah, no, he can technically.
Why would you get a Dark Archon split map
Well, if you're
Storm.
no, it doesn't make very much sense to me, Tasteless. Oh, these Zealots super wasted.
This game might end right now, actually.
Yeah, this MiNi is falling apart.
He fed back the vessel.
Okay, is that what he did? Wow. I can't. I don't. Well,
Why?
okay.
DTs are so much money to get one Dark Archon instead of an Arbiter.
If you kill it, it's worth it. If you're going Arbiter Tech, there's some cool things when you look at the actual cost. It's like a similar cost to the Science Vessel, right?
We will never know.
No, that was wild. I'm like, what? Guys, there's never been a 3-base, like Dark Archons get used supreme late game against Protoss, occasionally on weird scenarios, and then against Zerg, supreme late game occasionally.
Yeah.
And never against, you just don't make it against Terran. It is not a unit to use because the Maelstrom is only against biological. See, this is, I even got confused when I'm like, what? Is he going to freeze some vultures or something? No, you can't even do that. It's not against mechanical units.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. Racking my brain.
Well, it was for the feedback. I mean, FlaSh is very good with vessels. This guy hits EMPs like they shoot fast.
Yeah, but EMP is not the big threat. It's a problem, but you're not like, oh no, my shields.
Yeah.
Not for the cost of the Dark Archon.
The cost of a Dark Archon, let's look at just gas costs, right? DTs, are they 125 gas in this game or 100 gas?
I think they're 125 minerals, 100 gas.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I believe you're correct on that. So if you look at that, like 2 DTs, they cost more minerals than a Science Vessel, but not really more gas. Like a little bit more gas, but not much. Was the Vessel, what, 225 gas, right? Fairly certain about that.
I think you're right.
I don't know, guys. I know how much gas I need in the game, but not sitting here talking about numbers. Anyways, I mean, if that costs the same as a Vessel and you're clearing Vessels and making sure that your Arbiter spells get off all game,
yeah,
it does gain value, right? It's just we never see it this early. It's such a weird play. Such a weird, but hey, this type of style, I love it, man. And MiNi played a cool game.
Oh, I appreciate it. When I see stuff like this, I go, whoa.
Game's still changing, dude.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Am I going to learn something new? I hope I do. We're going to go to game number 2 now on the map Circuit Breaker, a 4-player map. Circuit Breakers, by the way. There's more than one breakers of circuits.
Well, if there was only one, that is a point of failure that is too big, actually, for the circuit itself.
Yeah, well said. Both players sharing the top now.
Okay. That was cool, though. That was a good game. You know, FlaSh, there were points where he was in a bit of trouble. If MiNi microed a little bit better against the first Vulture drop, I think that would have gone a long way for him that game, too.
Yeah.
And it feels like he added the gates just slightly late, you know? Because that push just came out and he just, like, didn't have...
I think the gateways are late because he made so many DTs.
Oh, yeah,
it's
certainly.
Really funny because, like...
Everything's connected.
When you're playing Terran and you're getting DT rushed, it's so scary. But if you look at what the Protoss has, they actually almost don't have anything but the DTs. That's why those Vultures did that damage early on.
Seriously, if they have like 3 goons, that's about it. Like, generally that's the case. And if they had Zealots, they already ran them through mines to clear ways for the DTs.
Yeah.
Like when you actually continually make DTs, you don't have units.
So, in this match, by the way, that depot place there makes the SCVs mine the bottom minerals more efficiently.
Yeah, it's very well placed. Can be annoying if you're a newer player, getting your SCVs out of the line to build things and whatnot. But FlaSh, this is actually something I realized. I watch a lot of FlaSh stream, okay, as any Terran does.
Of course.
I have my own personal curator of FlaSh streams, which is Nyokin. He will link me to basically every good game that FlaSh plays on stream, the sweet man that he is. And one thing that I have truly noticed watching him first person so much now, because of course this is a new development in StarCraft, watching pros first person. The thing that I really sticks out to me about FlaSh more than anything is the smoothness of his SCVs in every situation. He does things like traps units, blocks ramps, micros them effectively, pulls them out of mineral lines, builds buildings next to each other. These are little things that sound like, wow, you're just fresh with stupid things. But actually, the hardest thing about Terran in StarCraft 1 truly is getting your SCVs to do exactly what you want.
Okay, I want to say
he is by far the most impressive, I mean, in every way, but like when I watch his SCVs, just the way he moves them and how smoothly he pulls them out of lines to build depots and stuff like just what I just said, rewind the VOD and re-listen. It's insane.
So I want to expand on that. I think if you watch anybody who plays StarCraft 1, the easiest way to tell how good or bad they are is to watch them move workers.
Okay.
If you're comfortable with your workers, you're a solid player.
That's a good way to
because
put it.
Using workers, oh my God. Hold on. Well, we're going to see how good MiNi is with his workers in a second here.
Yeah.
FlaSh. If you're comfortable moving your workers, you can do almost anything.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. They're such an important, integral part of the game and strategy in general. Now, we are going to see what we just talked about because this is going to be a gigantic worker battle. Look at that. Pulls the probe back, keeps that probe alive, keeps the other probe alive. The SCV gets pulled back as well.
So he's bunker pushing here. One bunker's in the back, he can always retreat to. The other is up in the front to make sure he can gun down the Nexus.
Oh my God, the SCV block in there was quite nice. Gets the Marine into this bunker, and he's got to block that other Marine. He's targeting down SCVs here so that you can't repair over the long term. And FlaSh is doing a great job, I gotta say. This is really getting out of hand. He's gonna lose the Nexus. And he's lost a few probes here as well, which is painful, but you can recover from this as Protoss. This is a bad situation. Like, FlaSh is going to be pretty happy with where he's at.
Right.
But it is recoverable. It's not like the game is just over at this moment.
Well, you know, it's interesting because you lose a lot of mining time when you send those SCVs, but shutting down the Nexus helps. But you're totally right, Artosis. You absolutely can recover as Protoss. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is bad, but don't forget FlaSh, as Taysom said, you lost mining time. He doesn't have a Nexus or anything. He's probably getting mines at the moment, which will force observers out of... He's like forcing the tech path. A lot of times you'll see a Reaver follow up from the Protoss player because they have to go into Robo anyways. We'll see where he wants to go with this.
Good observation with the Reaver follow-up. That's very smart. Yeah, you have to have a Robo. You will never break this just trying to power through.
Yeah. It's cool to see a lot of Nexus first play out of MiNi because this is, for a lot of Terran players, this is a very difficult thing to deal with at higher levels when the Protoss knows how to react and how to micro and stuff. FlaSh here with the bunker push did very well. Great micro, great timing, all that. And of course, he scouted his opponent first, right? So that's always very helpful.
Okay, some mines being laid here.
And look at this. He's very on top of trying to not let these mines get into a powerful position. Like if one's blocking the Nexus, he has to run into it. He's waiting for his range to knock this down.
Yeah.
He realizes now, oh crap, I do have to make a Robo.
This may be a little bit too StarCraft 101, but it's worth noting is that Dragoons with range can hit bunkers like we see here. The bunker can't fight back. That's why it's another one of the many reasons why infantry units against Protoss are just not that good. Look at this guy.
Good
with
stuff.
the goon skipping.
He has to get that Nexus down right now. So his Nexus will be slightly behind the command center, which is a normal occurrence in this matchup anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Siege Tank being here. This is ballsy from FlaSh.
Yeah, you know what, Artos, I almost don't like it. I feel like this might be too risky.
Well, the thing is, as long as he stays behind mines, he can get away from the goons. Like, as they start to break this, when the bunker goes down, he probably has to get out.
I would say so.
Because you can't lose the tank. Yeah, see, the bunker goes down, flashes across the bridge. No way to catch that as Protoss here.
So, great job there by FlaSh. We're going to see if he actually does tech the Reaver here. Wow.
Ooh.
That's the danger of doing that goose skip. One mine connects. It's like, oh.
It's pretty big.
Man.
Like, especially if it's
so
killing
much
any.
Weaker.
Anytime mines kill goons, man, as a Terran, you're just like, yep.
Oh, yeah. Like, thank God. So, Terran with a slight lead here.
Yeah.
His base is up and running. If you're against FlaSh, that's probably going to be a big lead for the Terran because he's so good at, once he has an edge, never losing it.
Yeah.
Ever.
Like, he's just in very, very good shape here. And I'm worried for MiNi that he might do something over eager. Like, is he just going to take a third base, do you think?
I don't know. This is hard for Protoss.
Yeah.
Losing that quick Nexus, every game is always a little bit different.
Yeah.
So you're playing a little bit on instinct.
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes Protosses will just pull the trigger and be like, okay, let's all in from here or something.
Sure.
And it's especially hard against FlaSh because, as you say, when he gets the lead, it's really hard to take that away from him. It's almost like you have to stay even or damage him early to have a chance in the game. Because, like, for instance, with FlaSh, he will macro perfectly from here. There is not a human on Earth that can have more units when FlaSh is going to have them this game. Like, FlaSh is already thinking about when he wants to attack and when he should be building his factories based off of that. And, like, as MiNi, you know, you've already lost a Nexus. You're sitting here like, I'm not so sure. What's my plan? Pretty difficult situation. Now he's taking this as his third base.
There is a big issue here as well in the grand scheme of things. That is, they're both sharing the top. Third base for Protoss, very pushable for Terran. Very, very pushable. Protoss sort of live in this level of discomfort based on the proximity of their bases to the Terran. The more obscure and out there a base is, the better it is for Protoss. The more straightforward it is, like Terran in this case can just hug the top of the map and push it. That's scary.
Yeah, and well, there's two ways that this base gets pushed, right? And I think that they require completely different ways to play.
Yes.
If FlaSh pushes through the north through 12 o'clock, he's probably taking 12 o'clock with that, right? And that's a 4-base kind of turtley push. And against that, I think is Protoss every time you have to play Refugee Protoss, where you just start expanding south. And it's like, okay, FlaSh's units are way in the north. They're behind a bunch of ramps and stuff. He's doing an entrenched push because he's on 4 bases. Okay, let's play Refugee side. The other one is a quicker 3-base push, right? Where either you push through that ground 3-base style, or you push through the middle of the map 3-base style and go on the high ground there to kill it. And those ways, I think it's more like you have to maneuver in the map a bit more. You have to, like, kind of be threatening counterattacks and whatnot.
Sure.
He's got that shuttle, so that is going to give him some power here to kind of keep FlaSh honest.
Okay, now what Protoss wants to do is force Terran to siege, and then Protoss backs up. The threat of a Protoss pouncing on the Terran has to constantly be looming in the Terran's head. Oh, he might actually try to push this. This, I would say, ill-advisable, but let's see what he's... No, this cannot work. There's no way.
No.
No way.
A little bit crazy.
Okay, so this may cost Protoss the game.
Yeah.
This Terran can counter push now, easy peasy.
Yeah, this is really, truly brutal. He lost everything plus a shuttle to Zealots.
Shuttle's stuck inside the base now, too.
He has only 2 facts, right? That's the only thing that might keep him MiNi in this game.
He should be getting a few more, but I don't think it matters, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like,
the Dragoon
can't do that against FlaSh.
The Dragoon tank ratio is horrible now.
If you ever lose all your Dragoons and there's siege tanks left over, Terran is like,
basically.
Okay, so I just make vultures and win, right?
Exactly.
Oh, this is a really good usage of high ground, though. Got to pick off a tank at least.
Yep, that's something.
Only 3 tanks. It's getting more easy to deal with, but still pretty hard.
Okay, here we go. Oh!
Oh man, trying to drag that mine. The game is basically done.
Over, man. I don't know why. I mean, every Protoss player does this, so you're like, oh, I can maybe do this, and you're totally wrong.
Yeah.
It's a bad feeling, but this is going to be a 2-0 victory here for FlaSh, for sure.
Well, FlaSh is pretty good at this game. It's one thing to take away
here. It's kind of funny,
here.
just coming from a Protoss perspective, there's points where, like, you sort of see what they have, and you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I can just kill
You're remembering situations where you broke similar things, and it's like...
Yeah, and then you go and you're like, oh my God, no. No. This was never going to work. It's tricky too, because every StarCraft 1 game is different, because everybody has to do everything manually in StarCraft 1. You have games where you win with what MiNi did, even against a good player, because they don't macro the same way.
Yeah.
And then against FlaSh, it's so clear, oh, that should never, ever be risked, ever.
Yeah. Man, MiNi is like, he's taking another Nexus, he's making units, but FlaSh is in such a good position right now. It's pretty crazy. And FlaSh is backing up, and you might be asking yourself why. He's just added a ton of factories. If he just waits for like 2 rounds, it's 100% victory, basically.
Exactly.
The one thing, you can get way ahead of Protoss and screw it up, and a lot of people oftentimes do. But if you just wait for a round or 2, like if you macro up a little bit more and just do a safe finish, a lot of times that's going to be the right way to handle it.
Yeah, exactly. Now the Gateway Explosion is done now here for Protoss, but Terran should, as Artos was saying, just be able to gear up and try to come out later. It should be a very, you don't even need siege mode really in a lot of cases. You just push.
Yeah.
MiNi, maybe again, too ambitious here.
Well, I think this is the biggest bluff that you could ever possibly have is what he's doing, right? And I am so surprised he's taking that Nexus again at the mineral base. That seems completely bonkers to me that he would take that again.
Well,
FlaSh is already taking 12.
Yeah, you're expanding.
Maybe it's because he
towards
saw the
Terran.
depot wall being built, actually. That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I get what you're saying. The problem is they can just kill the depots and still go kill you. Terran
That's
may be
true.
less inclined to do it.
Yeah.
But
FlaSh has kind of made a statement with that 4th base and building those depots there, you know, where it's like, that's the only thing I can think of on MiNi's side. Where if the Terran builds that, he's like, okay, I'm basically just going to get at least 170-ish supply and go kill you.
yeah. So Terran basically impenetrable as far as we can tell. Protoss now way behind in supply. Ideally, Protoss would be maxed right now. Terran would be scrambling to catch up, but I mean, mech units, if you get maxed out, are stronger than Protoss units in almost every way.
Yeah. They just are. I mean,
yeah, they really.
Terran
just
mech
are.
scales ridiculously well.
And so, I don't know, man. I feel bad calling this one so early, but it's like, well.
Well, I mean, a lot of things went wrong. The thing is, MiNi has this situation, has the potential, rather, to get back in this game. FlaSh has made a slight mistake. His 2-1 is not truly on time. It's a little bit late. It's been kind of a weird game, but there's that. And then, like, the thing about Protoss sometimes, and where he was poking in with the shuttle and, like, the 5 goons just a moment ago.
Yeah.
That's like David Bowie Protoss. Like, you're faking it till you make it, right? Like, he's trying to keep FlaSh back until he can. I'm surprised he's doing this, man. What's he doing?
Yeah.
What's he doing?
This is.
Seriously, what is this? There's no way.
I think MiNi is broken, man. This is attacking the depots.
His
man.
wiring is haywire right now. Like, this is. That was shocking attack. Like, I was just going to make some great metaphors about the way that he's, like, trying to max out and get up in tech. Because he's expanded to the bottom left. That's, like, that's cool. I like to see that. But these attacks he keeps doing, man.
I feel like I'm watching a man bleed to death.
Yeah.
This is.
Well, the thing is, like,
brutal.
his wound is like, sealing up, and then he, like, reopens it or something? I don't even know. Like,
well, you just never push there. You just never.
Why would you?
Yeah. What's
He's
the
attacking
logic?
half of his army into basically the rally point of FlaSh, and the
Yeah.
other half into a depot wall with tanks behind it.
And just
like, what?
Just to top that all off, Artosis, the depot wall is set up. His depots are wider than they are tall.
Depot
He's
wall.
hitting the worst angle of the depot
He's
wall.
like, here, let me deal 500 damage to all these buildings and then attack you while you're getting pot shots at my army.
against
It's like,
siege
what?
mode. Against siege
I
mode.
know. It's just.
Okay, here we go.
He's done 2 attacks that really make me sad. Because he's a very good Protoss. The thing is, it takes a while to become Bisu, man. Like, like, never make mistakes. Well, everyone's always going to make some mistakes.
Well,
attacking,
Bisu's
but
like the elastic Protoss. He makes he can stretch the limits of everything we know about Protoss to this level. It's just insane.
FlaSh is doing a huge move out now. And there's like a bit of a counterattack going on by MiNi down into those depots.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Siege tank drop there.
Okay, coming in now. This is it. We should see GG any moment now.
Yeah. Super duper, this is it. There's nothing left here for MiNi. I liked some things about his play in this series, but like at least in this game, the attacks I really didn't like. Game 1, I thought he played a little bit better than this game.
There it is, GG. Sad game. Sad game for game number 2 there. But, you know, it's FlaSh. I think MiNi put up a great fight in game 1.
Yeah.